The day finally just came. I don't have any more school until August 26th. A very exciting day. I absolutely love. I mean, there were a couple bad days of 10th grade, but mostly they were good times. But now I'm going to be going to 11th grade. I have heard that 11th grade is the hardest grade ever in high school. I remember when I was transitioning from 8th grade to 9th grade. That was a hard time. Because my Science 9 class, that was harder than rock. But I have heard that biology is going to be a really hard class. So, yep, August 26th is going to be my first day of 11th grade. I remember starting a YouTube channel out as a 7th grader. And I'm already in 11th grade. Pretty soon. I'm honestly excited. But I only have 2 more years and I'm graduated from high school. And, oh, silly me, I forgot to post the link in the chat. And you know what? For some computers, I don't know if to this day and age, but there's absolutely the potential for no links in the video chat. So I'll put it in the description so I have full coverage. It says save changes. There we go. No excuse not to join anymore. A lot of good things happened in 10th grade. I got confirmed and I got my driver's license and I went to Florida as well. And Hawaii. I had a really good 10th grade experience. Other than Algebra 2, which was pretty hard class. And usually I'm the math type guy. But, yep, a lot of good things happened in 10th grade. They say that 10th grade is going to be the transition to you get your homework after the teacher teaches and you go home with it. But I had very little homework. Very little homework. So that really did pay off. So, if you guys are already been past 11th grade, let me know how your experience was. I have heard that they do say that last day of your senior year will be your saddest day of high school because you'll miss your friends and teachers. I can believe it. In fact, I'm already in 5 hours into summer and I'm already missing my friends at school. Including the one that gave me that white fan there. I miss him. Hi, Adam. Hi, Peyton. Wow. But I'm going to be playing in band for that graduation. I'm going to be playing in band for graduation at school. I mean, you'll miss your friends and teachers, but at least I'm not going to miss taking the tests. That's honestly the most dreadful part of school, honestly, is the tests and homework. I think that's deplorable in my opinion. Well, how was your 11th grade experience? They say it's your hardest grade, especially biology. I have heard that biology is the absolute toughest subject ever. Obviously, you'll graduate after your 12th grade, but how is life like in your junior year? I'm sure that that could be in the COVID era. Honestly, I think the COVID era was the worst time ever. That's honestly why I did not like middle school, honestly. I honestly am a little excited to graduate high school because I want to become an electrician. But at the same time, you'll miss your friends at school. But not gonna lie, something's telling me I'm not looking forward to 11th grade because I have heard that's the one with most homework, which I honestly despise that. I think it should all just go in the paper shredder. But maybe the most fun part about my live stream is I have all my papers from my 10th grade year, and we'll all shred all those up. Because I'm not going to miss homework. That's an Evergo hugger from December of 1986. The light on it's not original. I did get the original light fixed, though, so I should really hang it up. So then I can finally use the original light. In fact, I actually found a globe that matches pretty good. It has like flowers around it. Really popular in the 80s. And in fact, that's where my turn of the century Tivoli was, aka my turn of the century Cambridge, was what I thought in 2021. But I decided to replace that fan with some vintage ceiling fans because I honestly am not a huge fan of the oiled bronze finish. It's just not very much character to me, and I think that finish is too modern. But I like brass better. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of oiled bronze, but it's better than brushed nickel, in my opinion. Brushed nickel is a very ugly finish, especially in old homes like mine. A very ugly finish. What, Peyton? Well, that's your opinion, but I think brass is a lot better. The brownish tint. Are you talking like brushed nickel finish? Weren't they sold at Menards or something? No brown tint. Yeah, that kind of does look especially rusty and corroded. I honestly, my favorite finishes are I think that's where they were sold at. I didn't live during the times. I was beyond before I was born. So, I mean, CDC fans, I believe, those were sold in like the 80s and very early 90s. I think that was still in the era when cane blade ceiling fans were popular. I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little old because I remember when cane blade ceiling fans were in almost every house I went to, and now you barely ever see them. They say time goes by fast. You know what? I do have a couple Canadian Tires in my area. Oh, yep, I saw the videos. I still remember the time when your light kit got smashed in shipping. I still remember that. Honestly, I don't know why, but it seems like people don't know how to package stuff correctly. And Jacksonator, I think I have my light kit that's on my Evergo Hugger right here is a antique brass version of your white one that got broken in shipping. Because it has ribbed glass shades and it's by Westinghouse. But except mine's an antique brass, yours is in white. They don't make Lakeside 2s anymore. Yeah, Lakesides were really nice fans. Honestly, have you guys heard of the Hampton Bay Hawkins before? And the Hawkins 2? Honestly, I think the first generation and second generation are pretty much more or less the same fan. Like, what's the difference between the two? Yeah, especially Wesley. I think he even destroyed one. But believe it or not, I mean, Harbor Breeze is not a very popular brand in my area because there's not too many low stores, and that's where Harbor Breeze ceiling fans are sold. But believe it or not, today's Hampton Bay Littleton, I'm a joke to you. Honestly, well, you were a cheaper price fan. You act like it, but you're expected. Not gonna lie, I honestly would. I'll give you a quiz. Which fan do you think I'd take over the other, Hampton Bay or Casablanca? And I'm talking about the '90s and the '80s. To be honest, I've never handled a Casablanca ceiling fan before. Unfortunately, you're wrong. I take a Hampton Bay over a Casablanca because Casablanca ceiling fans don't really stand the test of time too well. You know, you have flywheels breaking, you have IntelliTouch controls failing, and you have the hang true canopy. And I mean, I've never handled a mounting system like this, but I have heard that the hang true mounting system's been recalled in the 80s. Because, I mean, the canopies get bent as the fans are sitting on there and they fall from the ceiling. Yep, there's a way. I've never handled a Casablanca, but that's the things that Jordan Yu said. Well, 1993 was like 31 years ago. Casablanca is just not very common in Minnesota. It's it's pretty common in Virginia. I've been to Virginia, and there were Casablanca fans in every house I went to. And it seems like that Virginia is a state that has a lot of cool vintage stuff. And I've been to South Dakota, and that seems like it has a lot of really cool stuff too. Have you guys ever been to Florida, Orlando? Honestly, it's kind of like an online brand. Casablanca is not very common in my area. I went to Orlando, Florida in April of 2024 on a band trip. Um, I went to Universal Studios and Disney World there. They were both magical places. I've even been to a beach in Florida, and let me tell you, a lot of us got sunburnt. Fortunate enough, I was one that didn't get sunburnt. I honestly like both those malls too. I think they look pretty cool. I honestly like the style of the Victorian because I like ornate style fans. But the problem with Casablanca is that the flywheels always break and you have the hang true canopy. Jordan Yu does not like that system. But to my knowledge, it's been designed by someone that has never hung a ceiling fan. That's what he thinks. Uh-oh, what did he do? Is he doing the same debacle as he was doing in 2021? I've seen Harbor Breeze Lakeside 2s and polished brass at a funeral home. They were beautiful. I honestly think of the 5-arm light kit. Oh no. You know what fan I'm trying to look for years, but still have not achieved the goal yet? If that's the case, I'd agree, but honestly, I think we need to stop doing the drama in the fan community. I think that would make things a lot better. Because I don't like dealing with drama in the fan community. I don't really get into the drama because the drama needs to stop. I I think the drama in the fan community has existed since like COVID. But remember, well, I'm not going to do it hangout because I really want someone to join. More than that, I've seen them pretty much everywhere. I've seen them sold at Fleet Farm. I've seen them sold at True Value. I've seen them. In fact, there's a YouTube video on how to install a ceiling fan. Those are sold in the Sutherlands. It's been a while since I've been to an Ace. I used to have one in my area, but unfortunately, with time, that place went out of business because Menards and Home Depot and all the other hardware stores were taken over, basically. Something tells me yes, because I mean their Westinghouse Petite and Ancon Petite are more or less the same fan. So I tend to think about that. I mean, the Hampton Bay Littleton is okay, but if you have a lot more money, I'd say better choose something else. I mean, it's a hugger ceiling fan, so it's not going to perform your best, but actually, when you convert it to a downright, it's actually a pretty good fan. Just saying. But I'd say that the $30 spent on the Hampton Bay Littleton is a lot better spent at Habitat Store, where you can even get something as that price, if not cheaper. But yet, not everyone is the handy type. I am pretty handy myself. So if the ceiling fan you buy has bad bearings, I mean, I can definitely do that because I know how to do it by heart. Yep. They've been making Hampton Bay Littleton since like 1995 or 1996. So yeah, that design's been around for like 30 years. Which is that's kind of impressive. But honestly, I can only imagine the very first Hampton Bay Littletons ever sold had like stencil or cane blades. Oh yeah. Yep. What's your favorite Hunter fan? I'd say the Hunter Studio series. I'd say that because, well, my grandma has one in her living room. The remote kind. Honestly, I hope to get that fan when I have to clean out her house. I love that fan so much. And another one of my favorite Hunter fans is a Hunter C17 from like the 1910s. Yep, a lot of them actually still work after all this time later. I'm trying to look for an antique ceiling fan that's from like 100 years ago. That's a good one. Well, what is your favorite Hampton Bay fan? I know you guys might be Hampton Bay haters, like with a lot of guys in the fan community, but I personally don't hate Hampton Bay. I think they're pretty good quality, if not better than Casablanca, because Hampton Bay doesn't really have anything that goes wrong with. But Casablanca, I mean, the flywheels always fail, and the hang false canopy. I mean, I call it a hang false because I can only imagine a ceiling fan, the canopy bending and then letting the ceiling fan go and hitting the floor. That is a serious health and safety hazard. My favorite Hampton Bay ceiling fan is the Genoa. They were sold. I think they started selling in like the late 80s. They had cane blades, and it was like an emperor style. Like I love anything with cane blades, honestly, especially with Hampton Bay. Oh yeah, so many of them. In fact, I've seen industrial ceiling fans in a restaurant before, and I remember like one can arm industrial, but with three heat fans. I remember that in 2012 when I was 4 years old. I remember that install. But sadly, that place is closed. It's been closed actually since I was like 5. What is your favorite design of ceiling fan? My personal favorite, probably the Lakeside in polished brass. I love that model. It is a beautiful. I like anything with 6 blades that is more than 36 inches. It's honestly very rare you find a ceiling fan with 6 blades that is more than 36 inches. Very rare. In fact, I had one of those ceiling fans before in my Well, not the Herbert Breeze Lakeside 2, but a different one. It was a 6-blade Hugger ceiling fan sold J.C. Penney in like the late 80s, early 90s. Unfortunately, my parents didn't like it, and they replaced it with the turn of the century Litchfield, which I think was a terrible upgrade, in my opinion. It's honestly more like a downgrade, honestly. Okay, maybe I need to adjust my lamp. You know what? I'm still working on the lamp here. I'm going to put a different bulb here so I don't look like a ghost. I think I look better with the 2700K light bulb, so I'll just get one of those bulbs.
Yo, what's good, man?
Hi, Miner.
Long time to see, eh?
Today was my last day of school.
That's amazing. I just got out like a week ago.
That's awesome. All right, let's see how the CFL. Actually, that's pretty decent. Much better than this one. Now it made me look like a ghost. Well, I think I found some more fan destruction videos we could watch, and you can laugh at them.
Oh my god.
Remember when that one guy destroyed that blue box fan and it used it as a trampoline?
I don't really remember that.
Well, I'm gonna open it up here.
I had a really rough day today, so I really could use the laughter.
All right. All right. I'm trying to look up the Lasco Cool Colors Destruction by Esky Wolf. That one's ancient. That one's been around since I was going into like first grade. All right, present. Share screen. All right. Let's see if that'll work. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. I'm using a Chromebook, so it's slower than a grandpa.
For real.
I wish I had a PC like you.
Well, laptops are pretty expensive nowadays. Like, they can cost like around $1,000.
Exactly.
My parents said they got this Amazon laptop for me for about $600, which is pretty good.
All right. I'm trying to figure it out here. I think StreamYard did some updates.
Oh, this happened to me. Like when I was trying to get my screen share going, I couldn't figure it out.
Okay, is it sharing the screen?
No.
All right, I need to figure this out.
This happened to
Where
me too. Like it would not share my darn thing.
exactly?
So I'm probably not going to use Shimari again.
I would hate to have to use my phone because it's such a ghetto setup and you won't be able to see the whole fan destruction. Well, I might have to watch some videos on how to do it. In fact, I can't even figure out how to get out of this. This is such a sketchy design.
Maybe they are updating.
Huh. This is dumb. I don't know how to do this, to be honest.
Well, it should be pretty dang easy, but this happened to me too, like I said, so it's going to be a pain to try to get the thing going. Like if it wants to share, it's just going to cancel it automatically. It's probably what's happening.
Is there a way to fix that?
No. Like I refreshed the page when it did that, and it was no use.
I can't even get out of this. I'm going to look it up. How to share screen on ScreenYard or StreamYard. I'm going to try to refresh the page here.
All right.
Well, hold on. I'm gonna try to. Well, I got some bad news about the socket fan light.
What happened?
So the light on that thing, it screwed up. It's not working no more. So I gotta try to see if I can fix it when I get all the parts I need for it. And when I took the middle thing off, I'll just be careful in taking the middle thing off because there's a little remote sensor. If one wire comes disconnected, the whole fan screws up. So, yeah. But I made a video of it on my advice on why you should not be leaving the socket fan light on 24/7. So that's what basically happened. Because that light was on 24/7 back when it was in the kid's bedroom. So what basically happened is that the light just gave up and said, "Nope, I'm done," and just go. Yeah, but I'm currently at my grandma's right now, so I can't show it right now. Plus, it's installed my entryway, so I got a fan my entryway, but no lights.
I never wanted the light on my soccer fan because it's too dang bright.
I can't use mine anymore. I'm pretty sad about it. That went out. I can't use it anymore.
Pretty sure mine's going to have the same
As
result
of-
later on.
I can't use it right now because I don't have the parts I need to fix it. I need to see which LED is having a problem. Like I know it's one of them.
There's my soccer fan right there.
Yeah, I have the cover on my socket fan light. It's off right. It's not on the fan right now, and I'm not at my house right now anyway.
Unfortunately, my soccer is kind of on its last leg too. It sounds very raspy when it's running. High is just loud at speed.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the fan. It's just there's the light just messed up.
Every
Like,
time my
it's
phone's
just-
running, it makes like a sort of noise, and it could be the bearings going bad.
Bearings are going bad. Oh, that's terrible. Well, like my bearings sometimes do that, but
I'm not sure if all
Yeah.
soccer fans do that over time, but mine does that. And I can't sleep with it being so noisy.
yeah.
So I have to use my Amazon Basic Stand fan, which is the best fan I own.
I need a. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to fix the socket fan light.
Were you talking about something about the socket fan?
Yeah, the light is not working.
Well, that's why I'm not paying $60 for that. It's just gonna burn out.
I mean, I can
quickly.
fix it. I just don't have the parts. I was trying to attempt to fix it earlier, but the thing is I don't have all the parts I need. So if I get wire testers or something like that, or tweezers or whatever, and if the light, like if I find the right LED, it's gonna blind the heck out of me, and I can mark it, and I can finally mark that wire.
You gotta wear like
Mark the light.
a blindfold so you don't go blind.
I can't do it with a blindfold, and I can't see what I'm doing.
Maybe
I'm
wear
just-
sunglasses.
What's up, Miner?
That could work. But the thing is I'm gonna probably have to have my chandelier on in my bedroom. I have a chandelier in my bedroom, but not. Well, I can't show it right now because I'm in my office with my Sears Alaska turn of the century. Fucking it was completely. It's completely dark in here, so just bear with me, y'all.
Okay.
All right, so this is my Sears Alaska turn of the century right here.
Oh, nice.
This really
I
just
don't-
agitates me because it's been on. It's because the other side's been facing the other way.
I never come across
So-
turn of a century. I never come across any turn of a century fans because they're so rare in my area.
They're common
Yeah.
in my area because I'm in Ards.
Oh yeah, I switched the light kit on my industrial. By the way, now I have 3 lights on my industrial because I'm getting new light bulbs for the Core and Capri daylight Edison bulbs, and I'm going to be putting that in the workshop. Well, I got some news that I'm speaking of the workshop in my office in my grandma's house. So this house is going to get sold in about a year and a half. So I got to give up my office and my workshop in a year.
Uh-oh.
That ain't good.
Yeah, but I can grab my fans back. I can get all my fans back. My San Marino, my Sears Alaska Turn of the Century, my industrial.
Believe it or not, I recently just found an industrial ceiling fan.
Hey, do you think if the
Yeah, I
sprinkler
saw it
too will get
online.
left behind,
That's actually awesome.
Jack?
Yeah,
Do you think if the Springfield 2 will get left behind?
my brother's gonna try to take it.
Oh, okay.
My brother currently took down the black Huntington 3, so he replaced it with the Landmark. but I can't show right now because I believe that my grandma's has the lights off, and I can't show it right now.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be staying at my grandma's for like a few more nights, and I'm gonna go back home Sunday night with my Hunt original.
Hey, fans in vintage.
Yes.
Wasn't that the Evergo Hunter that you got?
This one,
Yeah.
that is the Evergo Hugger.
Yeah, because I remember seeing your video of it. Because when I was watching your video, that low speed looked like it was going a little fast.
Yeah, it's like you need a variable speed control. I'm honestly tempted just to replace all 3 switches on the wall with typical toggle switches that are vintage.
Yeah,
Have
this
you
is
tried
the Springfield, by the way.
Have you tried putting a capacitor on there?
What?
It's the original capacitor to the fan.
You know, I could have sworn that fan had a different light kit on your fan.
Oh yeah,
The original light had a problem with the light socket. The wires on it were a fire hazard, so I had to replace the socket. I do have that fixed. Replacing the light on the ceiling fan is something that is fairly high priority, so then I can...
Oh, I see the landmark, Jack.
Yes, this replaced the Huntington that was in here. That my brother took home.
And that looks like it's wired into
Not the
a cord.
one that I got. The one that was in there. The Huntington that was in here. That's the one I got.
I like how the Springfield 2 goes fast on high.
It goes pretty fast, yeah. But the landmark's on low right now.
Now just in case.
No. My Sears last could turn Century blows a lot of air in it, but right now it's turned off because I'm cold right now.
Oh, so that's the one you got that in your room, huh?
My office, yeah. My room, the one in my room's a Hunt original.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because I remember.
Don't mind that door squeaking; it squeaks.
But speaking of Hunt originals, when I was on YouTube, Ryan Daniel had a video of the White Hunt original, and it looked a lot like same as your fan.
Yeah, he did one of the combinations. He took the light kit off the Wailea and put it on the White Hunt original, basically, and it matched mine. And I was like, hey, that looks like mine.
And
then someone actually thought I stole Ryan Dan's picture. Someone actually thought that because I literally had that fan in my room, but it has a red. But on my Instagram profile picture, it was like red. It has a red light bulb in it, and someone thought I stole the picture, which was ridiculous. Like, who in the whole world will think I stole anybody's profile picture?
Yeah.
Like, you can see in this profile picture, it looks like what Ryan Dan did, but guess what? You want to know whose fan that is, actually?
Who?
Yours.
Mine. Yes.
Your fan.
But I think my mic's up too loud. I need to turn it down. Hold on.
It's fine. It's fine.
I'm checking my audio right now. Oh yeah, it's up more than half. Well, that's why it looks like I'm screaming through the mic. I don't like the mic so loud.
It's fine.
I'm just adjusting the mic.
Jack, do you still call LED lights flickering trash?
Some of my lights flicker. But,
well, I still use incandescent and CFLs.
Yeah, I haven't really had any as much flickering problems. Like, I mean, when they start going out, then yeah, they're flickering trash.
Facts.
I remember Jordan Yu is saying that LED lights are flickering trash.
Yeah.
What do you expect? They're LFT bulbs.
Light flickering trash.
I gotta go.
Yeah. Freaking buy LFT.
Bye, guys. See you later.
See ya. light flickering trash. That's why I call them LFT bulbs.
Just
And
buy
it's
the
a light emitting diode.
just buy the good old incandescent lights, and you'll be fine.
I'll be so mad if
I
they
just made a
ban all.
video. I just made a video of an
ban all-
incandescent light bulb burning out in my bedroom one time. I was testing it and it burnt out. One on camera
Oh.
too. That was nice.
Hello, Blake is here.
Yeah, well, the thing is I'm going to
Hello?
have to like
Can you
put
say
some
hello
work into
to
the
me?
socket fan light and get that fixed.
Hello.
Hello, Blake.
So, are you going to the Famation Drew Trip Fans of Vintage 0308?
I probably won't go to a trip until I'm 18 years old.
Why? How does that have to do with how old you have to be? There are some fan collectors that went to Famation Drew Trips when they were under 18 years old.
I know.
I've been to one since I was 14 years old. Why can't you go to one until you're 18? But people can be any age to go on a Famation Drew trip. There are some fan clubs that went there that were under 18. I was 14
Well,
when
it
I
really
first went to
it
a
also
Famation
really
Drew
depends
trip.
on what their parents decide or what their guardians decide really. So I mean, because really my dad
I
really
was 14
decided.
years old when I first went to a Famation
I
Drew
can't
trip.
go to a Famation group trip unless if he meets a fan collector in person and talks with him, or him or her.
My parents have met a fan collector before, not on YouTube, but in person.
Yeah, but the thing is if I want to go to a Fanimation group trip, then yeah, then my dad's gonna have to meet. Then my dad's gonna my dad wants to meet a fan collector in person before I can go. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to wait until I get a truck.
Believe it or
Hey,
not,
fans of Vintage 0308, what grade are you going to next school year?
11th.
I'm homeschooled, so I don't have school. What about you, Jack Ryan? Are you going to 12th grade?
Yes,
I don't go to school anymore. I'm homeschooled.
I'm graduating. I'm graduating this school year that's coming up.
When are you graduating?
Next
When
year.
am I graduating?
Yep.
May 2025. I'm class of 2025, so that's my graduation year. I'm
class
going
of
to college.
My brother was a senior, and he already graduated this year.
Yeah, a few of my friends graduated already, and also, not to mention that I'm going to be going to college, and I'm going to be graduating again in 2029, but from college instead.
Is my camera on? Can you see it?
Yep.
Yes, I can see like YouTube, Facebook, and
Can I
whatever.
get Ryan Daniel to get in here? Can we get him in here?
I can't get Ryan Daniel. I can't get any. I can't make people come on here. That's unfortunately, I can't do that.
Can I get Hawaiian Flora fan collector in here?
I don't think I can do that. No. But the thing is, he might be doing some things that he needs to do or whatever. But I mean, because I have things too. Like I'm not staying on here for long because I'm gonna be doing a live stream on Forever Closers. I'm gonna be doing a live stream with my grandma Samsung washer because I got a
that
load
thing
of
where you can choose where you can ring people? How do you ring people? How do you find people in here to ring?
Well, the thing is, you have to send them the link, but I can't really the link that you have on the browser. You're gonna have to send that just so they can come up, but don't send it to the wrong people.
I made a new Facebook. Hey, fans of Vintage 0308. Do you have Facebook?
Nope.
Why not?
Because I really don't feel like downloading any other social media, to be honest. I have enough social media.
Also, what's your name? Not your YouTube name, but your real name. Your real first name. What's your name? Fantasy 308. What's your name?
I don't
What's your
think
real
he
name?
wants to say his real name. Like, for like, it's like me an example. Like, that's why I go by Jack Ryan.
Can you get Facebook fans of Vintage 0308?
I mean, because my Facebook says Jack Ryan, so yeah.
Alright, let's have a look fans. Alright. Industrial ceiling fans like weatherite ceiling fans or ring fans. Tucson Dans are the ones with the flower pot canopies. And yeah, those are the fans that you would commonly see at Toys R Us. Toys R Us went out of business a few years ago in 2018, and then, and then it came back, and now they show up in Macy's stores.
Yep, I know that.
I gotta eat dinner in a moment too. I'm gonna go show the.
Now, so what ceiling fans were at your local Toys R Us? I've been to a few Toys R Us's before.
Believe it or not, I've never ever been to a Toys R Us before in my life.
Why not?
That's because the closest one was like 3 hours away from my house.
I've been to several. The one I've been to, I've been to 4. One in Otel, one in Park,
log cabin,
one in Jacksonville, and one in Gainesville. The one Toys R Us store got demolished in 2019. It was an Otel.
My brother took down the fan that was in here.
There. But
my brother took down the fan, but did not put another one on.
And some that close only tough. Why are the lights turned on at some that were closed down? Why were the lights turned off at some that were closed down?
I have no idea.
Yeah, at the Toys R Us in Gainesville, some of the fans were ring fans, some of them were Funko fans. I think they were pushing it. That location opened in 1988.
So I'm about to show you this thing right here.
Ooh, a View Fan Industrial. What year is that fan from?
1987.
So, where did you find it? Where did you find it?
Huh?
Where did you get it?
Out of the trash. I found it.
Industrial ceiling fans are rare for sale. Like residential ceiling fans, ceiling fans with blades are meant for like
when I got this fan, the blades were really whacked out of shape.
But are those the original blades?
Yes, those are the original blades. Like I got it how it is.
Also,
I got the blades how it is, but I meant the blades back in place.
Are a lot more common than industrial fans. Like industrial fans industrial fans are commonplace, but industrial fans for sale are rare. Why? Is it because they're never meant to be used in houses? Is that why?
No wait, industrial fans with what? Lights?
Why are industrial ceiling fans so rare for sale? Many ceiling fans that are on Facebook Marketplace that are for sale are in people's houses. So is it because industrial ceiling fans were not meant for people's houses? Like, were they only meant for businesses or warehouses?
I have no idea, but this was by a house. Like this was at a house in the junk pile. I found this out of the junk pickup.
How many ceiling fans am I done?
I saved this fan practically, pretty much. I saved it. Like this fan was abandoned in outside.
Ceiling fans out of an abandoned building. How do you get ceiling fans out of an abandoned building? The only do is that you have to contact the manager or the owner of the building. They'll take the fans down for you. Like how am I gonna get those fans out of that Toys R Us? The store closed down, but the ceiling fans are still there. I'll try to save all of them. Wish me like I've been wanting to save them for so long. Are they ever gonna replace them? Are they gonna remove them?
I have no idea, but that is not that's not a me question.
Get remodeled, and that and that new business open, they keep the fans, and that some businesses don't have this, they don't know that become new business, they replace this. Why are some places that in places that new business open, they keep? Why are some places they keep the fans, and that when they open new business, and why aren't some places they replace the fans when they open new business in an old building?
Yeah.
Does it depend if the manager or the owner wants to keep the fans, or does it depend how well the
If it's
how well the fans
abandoned and
match?
they're planning on tearing
Or
it down,
probably
then
because
what's
it
the point of keeping the
depends.
fans in there? So
Probably because it depends. It depends how much they match the core, how much they match the place.
yeah. But the thing is
How am I gonna get those
if
fans out of
it's
that
gonna get
towards the
if it's gonna get
store?
torn down or it's gonna
How
get
am I
the
gonna
fans are gonna
save
be
them?
thrown
How
out,
am I
so
gonna
what's the
save
point of
them?
it?
How am I gonna save them? What's up? People saying, nah, they're gonna keep them for the next visit to use them, and they're gonna get. I tried to get the ones out, the one in Ocala, but unfortunately the fans were torn down with the building. The one in Gainesville, I doubt, is still there, and the fans are still there. All the lights are off, except only a few lights are on. Why? Why are most of the lights turned off, and why are only a few lights turned on?
Like when she
Probably
closed down for
switches.
the night, basically.
Probably the reason why they kept most of the lights off and they kept a few lights on. Probably the reason why they kept most of the lights off and probably the reason why they kept only a few lights on is probably because they're security lights that nobody breaks in. Is that why they
Yeah, but
keep
if it's
most of the
abandoned,
lights off
that
and only
that's
keep a
the
few lights
problem.
on?
So,
An abandoned place. Can you just break into a building and just take down the fans? No, you
Lights
can't
were
do it. Breaking into a banned building is
Lights out, too.
trespassing. That's
make sure the door
trespassing.
is locked too. Okay, it's locked.
I say ceiling fans. I've never said ceiling fans at an abandoned, closed down place. But I have said ceiling fans at a public place. I wanted to. There are about 21 fans installed throughout the store.
Trying to find the office key. There it is.
And unfortunately, last time I went there, I forgot to talk to the manager about it. They were going to remove the fans there at that old Toys R Us building. That store opened in 1980. The farm fans were something, and there were a bunch of them. There were a bunch of fans in there. How am I going to rescue those fans? How am I going to get them? I left a note on the door a few years ago. I don't think nobody saw. I think so. How does save the fans? Do I have to talk to the store manager? Tell me how I'm gonna save the fans. Is it up to the store manager if they want to keep them or replace them?
Probably. Well, I would also try and ask them if I can have the fans before they just throw them out, because I really like the.
I'm trying to get the fans from my Toys R Us at home. I'm trying to get the fans out of my Toys R Us and take them. I'm trying to get the fans home with me that are from the town. I'm trying to get the fans from out of that Toys R Us.
Maybe
don't mind the storage.
I'm gonna try the. Yeah, I'm planning to get the ceiling fans out of that Toys R Us and have them at home with me. I tried rescuing them, but the fans are still left in the building. I guess the building is still closed, but I don't know how
I'm probably going to go ahead and probably just go ahead and pretty much head out because I'm going to get my load ready for the washer.
When will we be back, Jack Ryan?
I don't know. It really depends if the stream's still going. It really depends.
Mine electrician, I want to tell you something.
I'll be doing just individual streaming on wherever.
Mine is the electrician. Are you a fan collector too?
Me? I only collect portable fans, not ceiling fans, because my parents don't let me.
Why don't you collect ceiling fans?
My parents won't let me. I don't know why, but they just won't let me.
Well, originally, do you know one time I had 3 ceiling fans in my collection, and my dad said I had way too many ceiling fans back then? 3 is
Well,
little.
minor electrician, when will your parents let you collect ceiling fans, minor?
Because the thing
I'm not
is
sure, but
it's
if I do
the thing
collect
is that
fans, I'll probably
Dad
put
did
them
not
on
know
my
I was
desk
trying to be a
one day.
fan collector. So now, but he finally knows now. So
I was like about 6 when I started collecting fans, like 6 or 10 when I started collecting fans.
I was like 6 when I started collecting fans too.
I
But
was
I
like
was-
6
for
or
me, I
10
was
years
12.
old when I started collecting
all
ceiling
right.
fans.
So I'm gonna go and head out. So I'll see you guys later.
All right.
Right. So, Miner, you were saying that your parents don't let you collect ceiling fans.
Yeah.
Here's a tip: just you. I mean, I'm pretty sure you have a driver's license, right?
No.
Well, get a driver's license, and you can stop at every single store you can get a ceiling fan. And if they catch you, just run from them like you're running from cops.
That'd be so savage.
In fact, I need to practice running from cops someday.
Minor,
If I
when
do-
are you gonna collect ceiling fans? When will your parents let you?
I'm not sure. Maybe when I'm like 18 or 19. I don't know.
When?
If I do
Alright,
collect fans,
alright.
I'll probably put them.
Fan's vintage birthday is March 30th, 2008. He says, my birthday, February 20th, 2004. I'm 20. When is your birthday, Minor?
May 22nd, 2007.
It was just recently. You just turned 17.
Correct.
You're 17 years old, and you should be allowed to collect ceiling fans by now. You're 17 years old, and you can't collect ceiling fans right now. I started collecting ceiling fans when I was 6 or 7. Okay, how are you going to collect ceiling fans? Can you collect ceiling fans this year?
Well, if I ask my parents about that, they might say no.
Why won't your parents let you collect ceiling fans? What's wrong? What seems to be the problem with it?
First of all, they're too expensive in my area, and secondly, we don't have any fan-rated boxes in our house, except for the playroom
Or
and
is it
the.
because you don't have enough space in your house to have a fan collection? Is that why your parents won't let you?
They merely just think that I'm too young, quote unquote.
You can never
Maybe
be
when
too
you get a
young.
driver's license, then you can buy fans by yourself and not tell your parents. And well, what if your parents see that you collect fans? Will they throw them away?
Oh, if I collected fans without them knowing, I'm pretty sure they would kick my butt.
Are your parents strict?
At times, but the only type of fans I collect are like portable fans, like that guy right there.
I found a Palanoy fan in the trash, but unfortunately the motor couldn't work, so I just had to throw it out.
The
Quite
capacity
sad.
guy or something.
Do you have?
So
Do you have?
when will you collect ceiling fans? Never again, Minor?
That's what I'm dreaming of, because I've always wanted to be like one of you guys, but I doubt it's gonna happen anytime soon. My parents are just being jerks nowadays.
Do you have bad parents? Are your parents nice or are they mean?
Well, if I do something right, they can be very nice, but if I do something stupid, then they can just kick my butt.
Are your parents stupid because they won't let you collect fans?
Well, I understand if they don't want me to, but if I were to start a fan collection, I would put my
Mine's
fans.
parents are stupid because Mine's parents will not let Mine collect ceiling fans. Why? Are your parents idiots because they won't let you collect fans?
No, they're just trying to like save their money.
What if you had your own money? Then can you collect? Will they let you collect fans if you have your own money to buy fans with?
Maybe, and if I did collect fans, I would put them on my desk right here.
If you could, will you be allowed to collect ceiling fans if you have your own money and if you and you can to buy ceiling fans with for your collection?
Well, I would either put my collection in my closet or put it on my desk right here, and to test it, I would put them on the floor or something, or on a rig.
When will your parents ever let you collect fans?
I'm still not sure, but I just got to prove them that I'm actually able or capable of protecting them.
Just get some bubble wrap in boxes and you'll be fine. It's that simple.
Can you ask your parents right now, Minor? Can you ask your parents right now?
Well, what I was going to say. I think
Are your parents not allowed to let you collect ceiling fans, or are they allowed to let you collect ceiling fans, but they just don't want you to?
I'm not sure yet, but I think the main reason why they won't trust me is because I accidentally broke the chain on the Hunter Regalia that was built in the first place.
Did you replace the chain?
No, we had to replace the whole fan.
So
I'm sad that Minor couldn't collect ceiling fans. Hopefully he will collect ceiling fans someday. Will you collect ceiling fans someday, Minor?
I can't promise anything, but that's what I'm dreaming about.
Can you go to a Fanimation group trip?
Well, where is the location for the Fanimation group trip?
It's in Zionsville and the Fanimation building.
Good grief. I live in the Pacific Northwest of the U.S., and that's probably like 25 hours away from me.
And if I meet your parents, then I can tell them I can tell them that you should collect fans, and I'm gonna make your parents collect fans, and I'm gonna make your parents let you, and I'm gonna make your parents let you collect fans. I'm gonna make your parents let you collect ceiling fans. How does that sound?
Savage right there, guys.
I will be happy if you start collecting ceiling fans, mine. Can you go to a Habitat for Humanity store?
I actually been there before, and I see a lot of fans there that are actually some that I've never seen before.
Can you go there and then can you get permission from your parents for you to collect ceiling fans?
I've only been to the Habitat Humanity store one time, and I've been to Lowe's a couple of times too, but I doubt my parents will let me still collect fans, even though I'm not even going to install them anywhere.
Can you get permission from your parents to let you collect ceiling fans for the first time?
Well, we don't have any fan ready box other than the playroom and the master bedroom, so I will have to buy a sort of a testing rig or something and just go from there.
Or just floor test them.
Yeah, that's what I'm just debating about, but I'm not sure I'll test them though because we barely have enough space in our room or in our house.
If you make space, a little space in your room or in your garage, then will your parents let you collect ceiling fans?
Well, if they do, I might test them on the floor where my Hampton Bay Huntington is in the playroom, and after I'm done testing them, I could just put them away so people won't trip on them.
If you make a space somewhere in your house, then your parents will let you collect ceiling fans. I want you to collect ceiling fans. I want you to be a ceiling fan collector.
Me too, but my parents are just being strict nowadays.
Have you ever collected ceiling fans before?
No.
but I hope you will collect fans. I want you to. Will
I
your
hope I get
parents
one
let you
day.
collect ceiling fans sometime this year?
Again, I'll try to ask my parents about that, and I'll try to do my best to promise them that I won't install them anywhere on our ceiling. I'll just put them on the floor or something like that.
If you make space somewhere in your house, then your parents will let you collect ceiling fans? I hope so.
I'm going to try to ask my parents out, but I'm
Is
sure
there
they're
a
going to.
possibility they might say yes, that they might let you? Is it possible?
Again, I'll try to ask them out, but it's most likely going to be a no, but we'll see.
But is there a possibility that they would say yes?
Well, probably not because of what I did to their old Hunter Regalia by accident. I mean, it's kind of my fault for
Why would you
breaking
get in
fans.
trouble if you break something on accident? That doesn't make sense.
Well, that happened like a decade ago, and I promised them I won't do it again.
If you break stuff on purpose, then people will get mad. But if you break stuff on accident, then people will not get mad at you. Why would people get mad at other people if they like break something or accident or destroy something on accident? That doesn't even make sense because it was an accident and it was not on purpose.
Yeah, and I mean, I was the one at fault for that.
So, what fans were at your local Toys R Us store?
I don't go to Toys R Us.
Why not? Even before now, I've been there before. I got stuff there before. Toys R Us is for all ages. People can Toys are for all ages. Like people can be any age to go to the people can be any age to play toys. Adults can play with toys. Adults in their 20s and 30s can play with toys. Is that true?
Yes. It's kind of like age is just a number.
That is for all ages. Adults can play with toys. Like adults can go to Toys R Us. Adults can be Toys R Us kids. Adults can buy toys for themselves. Adults can play with toys. Right?
Yep. Age is just a number. Minor, do you remember those fan videos with the fan blades just falling apart as the fan runs?
Oh my
I never
gosh.
seen a video like that. I don't think I ever saw a video like that before. What video are you talking about?
I'll have to pull it on the screen. Hopefully that the platform will let me share it, but it won't let Fans and Vintage do it.
Yeah.
Hey, my electrician, can you do a face reveal?
No, because my parents will not let me, and I have to protect my privacy.
Do you think someday you'll do a face reveal?
If I'm old enough, yeah. But I'm 17.
You're 17. You should be old enough by now. You should be old enough to do many things.
Again, my parents are strict, so they won't let me. So.
And you're old enough to drive a car.
I've not driven in months.
I am old enough to drive a car, but my parents won't let me drive because I don't have a driver's license. And I'm too immobile to drive, means I'm not allowed to drive until I have a driver's license. Why are some people that are 16 and that are over 16 that are not allowed to drive?
Because they don't have a license.
What will happen if you drive without a license? You can get arrested.
You would be in big trouble because you're creating a road hazard.
You would still get arrested because you don't have a driver's license.
Oh,
did you drive? You're 16. Yeah. Did you drive yet? Fans of Vintage?
I have my driver's license.
When did you get your driver's permit?
I got my driver's permit of June of 2023, and I got my license about a month
People
ago.
can drive when they're 15 with their driver's, but they have to have an adult supervisor. And people can drive by themselves when they're 16.
Oh, Minor, I destroyed a fan. Yeah, that's something that I think you'll find funny.
What? I see no fan of what you're showing me.
Oh, Minor, look.
Please, I hope it's not something that's heartbreaking.
Look at this.
Why is he destroying that portable fan? It works good, and there's nothing wrong with it.
There is something wrong. The motor burnt out.
Oh my
god.
I destroyed my last Go box fan.
Hey, can you, hey, have you watched The Amazing Digital Circus? Have you watched The Amazing Digital Circus?
Nope.
The Amazing Digital Circus is a TV show. It's a TV show.
Look at that.
TV show person.
Adventures. And it's that show's new. It came out in 2023. It's rated PG, and I think it's rated PG. And my favorite character is the Purple Rabbit character from Amazing Digital Circus. And in the Amazing Digital Circus TV show, there is a Purple Rabbit character that wears pink overalls, that wears yellow gloves, that has yellow teeth with yellow eyes, and that wears pink overalls and pants with pink pockets on the front of them.
Oh, Minor. Let's finish watching the fan destruction.
My favorite character from Amazing Digital Circus is the Purple Rabbit character.
Oh, Minor, look. There's another funny part in the destruction.
Oh, you're stepping on it.
I'm gonna throw the fan blade soon. Look, that's the fan blade. I'm gonna throw it.
The Purple Rabbit character from the Amazing Digital Circus is my favorite character. Because he's cute and tall, he's masculine. Because he's tall.
And I also ripped the cord out too.
You like that Purple Rabbit character from Amazing? Can you watch the Amazing Digital Circus?
Seriously. I wish I had a Casablanca story fan because those are my favorite.
You know what my favorite ceiling fans are?
What?
Hunter. Because the thing with Casablanca ceiling fans is that their flywheels always break and then teletouch controls always fail. But with Hampton Bay, there's pretty much nothing that can go wrong with them.
I'm aware Casablanca may have some flywheel problems
Hey,
and all
do
that.
you like that Purple Rabbit character, that tall rabbit character from Amazing Digital Circus?
I'm not too familiar with that show.
Why not?
Because I'm not much of a TV guy. I'm more of a music guy. I listen to records on a record player.
For real.
Do you know the disc that spins on a turntable and the needle touches it and plays music? Have any of you guys went through a stop sign before?
When I started driving for the first time, I really tried not to.
I've blown a couple before, to be honest with you. I've blown a couple of them.
I've seen plenty of idiots blowing through stop signs.
One of them ran a red light and almost crashed my car.
What?
Yep, one ran a red light, and I was almost the one getting hit. I even saw a school bus run a stop sign, and I almost got hit.
Wow. You probably have idiots in Minnesota more than I do in my area.
Yeah, exactly. One just ran through a stop sign in a four-way intersection, and I had to slam my brakes because I was the one having the right-of-way, and the guy just went through the stop sign, and I honked my horn. There's even times I honk at slow drivers.
Yeah. Speaking of slow drivers, when we were coming back home from our trip to that place that I call Huntersville because it has all those Hunter fans, some person was probably like an old man driving like 50 miles an hour under the speed limit, and there was like 10 cars behind him, including us.
Oh, you know what? That's very frustrating. I'd be honking my horn 5 times per mile per hour under the speed limit.
Yeah.
I've seen someone go 38 in a 60, and I honked 110 times.
Well, the person that was driving, we were on a highway, and it was a very curvy road. All was mountains and trees and such, so there was barely any pullovers, but we noticed a few of them. The guy did not take a chance to pull over and let us all through.
Well, that was nice of him.
No, that's not what I meant. There was like 10 cars behind that guy that was just going 50 miles an hour under the speed limit, and he had plenty of opportunities to make his turn and pull over so he could let the rest of us through, but he didn't make a chance to do so.
Oh my gosh. I think that guy that guy might be a student driver, because student drivers tend to not know all the road rules.
What do you think about my Casablanca Delta 2 in my room? Do you like it?
I think that's a pretty cool fan, Blake.
This will be my permanent bedroom fan.
Does it have IntelliTouch?
No, it's from alright, Casablanca fans that are on recall hangers do need to be on recall, and Casablanca fans on non-recall hangers. It's not on non-recall hangers, so it doesn't include. Can you put recall clips on Casablanca ceiling fans on recalled hangers?
I think that would work. I think the reason why they were recalled,
that fan would fall without it.
Yeah, I think the metal was just
recall hangers and non-recall. Recall hangers have a red pattern, and non-recall hangers are just plain. See. Here's the difference between a recall hanger and a non-recall hanger. This is what a recall hanger looks like with those ribs.
I think it looks pretty, but the incidents can be real bad.
Some fans never used clips on their fans. Why? Do they want to risk their lives? And this is what a non-recall hanger looks like.
Did they install the recall clip?
This fan doesn't need to be on a recall clip because that hanger canopy is not recalled, and it will not fall without a recall clip. And I only use recall clips on Casablanca fans that are on recalled hangers. But I don't use recall clips on Casablanca fans that are on non-recall hangers because Casablanca fans will fall if they're on a recall hanger without a clip, but Casablanca fans won't fall if they're on a recalled. Casablanca fans won't fall if they're on a non-recall hanger without a clip. Casablanca's on recalling that the clip is not safe, and the Casablanca fans on recall hangers with clip is safe. Casablanca ceiling fans on non-recalled hangers without clip is safe because the hole is smaller on the non-recalled hanger. This fan they changed recall clips non-recall. They changed recall hang screws to non-recall hang screws in September 1993, and this fan is from 1995, so the hang screw is not recalled. This fan was manufactured on February 23rd, 1995, and it's the 128th unit made that day. This one is from 1995. My full polished brass Delta 2 is from 1995, and my white and brass Delta 2 is from 1989.
The 1989 one, you need a recall clip because it's before 1993, and I don't want you getting hurt.
Yeah, Mel P and Dan Spiffy Newman don't use recall clips on their fans. Why don't they do it?
That's not a very smart idea. You should be using a recall clip because I don't want anyone getting hurt.
Just because they want to live dangerously?
I honestly don't know, but whatever it's doing, that's
and if
not
they
a
get
very
hurt,
smart
do they
idea.
not care? Will they not care if they get hurt or injured?
Well, a ceiling fan falling from the ceiling is a serious thing. It's a serious thing of health and safety.
Yeah, because
Your whistle
Colton
fell on you?
Vintage Fans and More always use recall clips on his Casablanca fans, on recall hangers, and in one of his videos, he hanged a New Orleans Casablanca New Orleans on a recall hanger, and he didn't put recall clip because he was showing how dangerous and then when he was trying to pull the fan out of the canopy, the hanger ball just came out of the canopy. And then he used recall clip on his Casablanca New Orleans. After that,
I'm glad he learned his lesson to use a recall clip, because if you don't use a recall clip, that is a serious problem with health and safety.
Yeah.
how come sound fan collectors don't do that? Do they want to get hurt?
I don't think anyone wants to get hurt, but I don't think they know about the hang.
Or some fan collectors are just lazy?
So would the metal just bend, or how would the ceiling fan just fall through the canopy?
I think it was a factory error at the time when they first made them.
I think the metal is just too thin. And it would just bend over time as the fan.
Oh, it's too big. White and Red Hand is from April 25th, 1999. It's the 932nd unit made that.
But either way, I would just use the typical ball and socket canopy instead of a hang true, to be honest.
Companies hang them on generic mounting bracket that a bunch of other brand ceiling fans hang on.
Have you seen anyone drive on the wrong side of the road before?
I have.
I've seen 5 people do it. I call them psycho drivers.
Why?
Bro.
Because you're not supposed to drive on the wrong side of the road.
Exactly.
That is a serious road hazard.
I made a video of the Delta 2 on all speeds already in my room. And this fan looks pretty good in my room. This fan will stay in my room permanently. This is my permanent bedroom fan. I had a video of the Swiss Charleston that I replaced with a Casablanca Delta 2 because the Swiss Charleston ceiling fan was making noise. It was making dinging noise that sounds like this. Ding, 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 ding. And it has the feature where the blades just slide on without using any tools. Like to touch blade brand, instead of using screws, you get a big screw and a washer, and then you screw it on there with your hand, and it locks into place. Then they both lock into place with each other. When you put a blade bracket on the on the metal flywheel attached to the motor. If you pull it towards you, that little slot, then it locks into place. But I think it's because of the blades, and the blades feel loose when they're tight, when they are fully attached. See those little notches here? That's where the blade brackets go. And I'm gonna get rid of the fan. I'm gonna sell it, and I'm gonna keep the light kit because the light kit's good, and I might use the light kit on another fan. See that? See the kind of screws these kind of blades take? I think, and that fan was new in box. Why is it so? Why would a ceiling fan make noise when it's new in box when it was never used? That's strange. It's strange that a ceiling fan would make noise when it was never used. Why would a ceiling fan make noise when it was never used?
It's probably because of storage conditions.
Maybe because of how much good. Maybe it depends how much good quality the fan is. I think that's probably why the person that had it returned the hazard because it was noisy. Which cancel the Delta 2.
This feels better.
It makes no noise and it does not wobble. It does not make any noise on medium or high or low. It does not wobble on medium or high or low. It's completely quiet. Here's low, medium. See, it's quiet. It does not make not just a single noise. It does not make not just a single wobble, not just a single wobble, not just a single noise. Alright, here's high. This fan works great. It works better than this one right here. This is the noisy one. This fan is silent. And yes, okay. Would you like to have a Hunter original van, the Vintage 0308?
I would love to have one of those, honestly.
I have 3. A 4-blade only, white, chestnut brown, a 4-blade, white and bright brass one, and a 5-blade full bright brass one with a 4-way spotlight cam. My chestnut brown one is from 1984. My white and brass one is from 1985, and my full bright brass one is from 1999. They don't make brass originals anymore. The brass was very popular then, it stopped being and now it's popular again. The Hunter originals are still being made today. The only finishes they come in is black and chestnut brown and white. They don't make them in brass anymore. Why don't they make originals in brass anymore?
It's kind of crazy to think, and I feel old saying this, but
There are some ceiling fans that are still being made today that are brass.
Well, actually, a couple fans that are actually still
some ceiling fans that are made today that are brass, such as for example, like some others, like branded ceiling fans, like Westinghouses, etc. And Hanson Bay Glendale 3 comes in Flemish brass. Yeah, any kind of brass. Like the Handsome Glendale 3 comes in one of the ceiling fans. Another one of the ceiling fans that comes in a brass a brass finish is the Glendale 3. The Glendale 3 only comes in one brass finish. The only brass finish it comes in is Flemish brass. Flemish brass is the only brass finish they come in.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so yeah, brass is now popular again. I like brass. I like brass fans.
Me too.
I like black and chrome finishes.
Like the 1930s.
I guess.
This fan the brass on this fan matches the walls in the room. It matches the furniture in the room. The entire fan matches my entire room.
Can you guess what I have beside me?
That was like a fan from like the 60s or something.
Portable fan. Where'd you get those antiques from? Antiques are rare. Like vintage camping fans are common to find in places and for sale. Antique ceiling fans from like the 30s or the 40s or 20s are very rare to come across. And that was back then. Ceiling fans were not that popular, making them very rare. Why are antique ceiling fans from like the 30s and 40s rare? I never had an antique ceiling fan in my collection before that. That's from like the 20s or 30s and 40s.
Me either.
I would like to have an antique ceiling fan, but why are antique ceiling fans rare? I think the only places you would come across them are in historical places. I think that's where you might come across them.
Yep, I've seen one before. Believe it or not.
Down from the Derek Warncake, his YouTube channel is Derek's Antique Fans. He has antique ceiling fans in his collection from the 20s and the 30s and 40s. Where did he get those antique ceiling fans from? Did he get them on eBay or Facebook Marketplace?
Probably, or antique stores. I've seen one in an antique store before.
Or did he got them from an antique store? Where did he got those antique fans from?
He probably got
them.
Did
they just magically appear?
I don't think they magically appear. I think he bought them somewhere.
Antique ceiling fans, they do sell antique fans on eBay. There are some antique ceiling fans on eBay, and they're way expensive. Why are stuff on eBay expensive? Yeah, why is stuff on eBay expensive? That's why I prefer buying fans at Habitat on Facebook Marketplace instead, because fans on Marketplace and fans at Habitat from many restores are cheaper than fans on eBay. And once in a while I would get a fan on eBay if there's a specific one I'm looking for. There's a lot of fans on eBay cost hundreds of dollars. I've seen some antique ceiling fans on eBay that cost over $1,000.
Exactly.
Why would they cost $1,000? That's crazy. What is wrong with eBay?
I know, it's ridiculous.
Probably because they treat their equipment with a lot of respect, so they have to keep them protected.
Back then, they were cheaper. They cost $200. Yeah, Hunter Originals made today cost $400, $500, and $600 and $700. Why are they so expensive? Is it because they don't want people to buy originals? Is it because that less people can buy originals? I like originals. Then why are they so expensive?
Probably because
they used to be a lot cheaper. All originals weigh the same amount of pounds. Yeah, they're heavy and they weigh the same amount of pounds. But the ones I got were cheaper. I got the ones that I had for cheaper prices. And why are the ones on Amazon $700 or $600? Why do they have to be so expensive?
Probably because they're well made.
Probably because that Hunter can make more money. Probably the reason why they sell them for expensive prices. Probably because of that they can make more money. Probably because of that they can make more money. I think that's probably the reason why. Same with cast photo ceiling fans. They're also over $200, $300, $400. Back then, they were a lot cheaper. Stuff was cheaper and better. Stuff was cheaper in 1980s and 2000s. Stuff was cheaper and better made back then. Back then, stuff was cheaper and better made.
Facts.
Exactly. Like this old
Why were things back then cheaper and better made? Why are things made today less better made and more expensive? Why did prices go up? Back then, they were cheaper. They were much, much cheaper, and they were much, much better quality. And they are made of well-made materials, and they're made of good quality materials. And they were cheaper. And they were cheaper and better. Mm.
Getting back to the topic that eBay is overpriced, I see a lot of stuff that's overpriced.
Same.
Like, I'll look up clothing. Like, they sell suits from the 1920s on eBay, but they're all ripped. And they sell them for an outrageous price.
Dang.
Like, I can probably even show you.
I've never seen an antique ceiling fan before. The only ones I did see them before. The only place I've only saw in my life is at a fan installed in a Fanimation museum, at the Fanimation museum that I went on group trips on. They had some antique ceiling fans installed in some parts of the Fanimation building. That's the only places I saw antique fans in my life. I didn't see them anywhere else. Why did they have to be so? Why were they so rare? Why are fans from the 80s and 90s more common than ones from the 20s and 30s? Is it because more places start to have ceiling fans in the 80s and 90s and 2000s?
Probably.
Probably because they started to become more popular, which means that more and more places start to have them. I think back then, probably because ceiling fans that were new about the 80s, 90s, 2000s are lightweight, that were stored in cardboard boxes. But many antique ceiling fans from like the 20s or so are cast iron and they're oil bath fans. And ceiling fans from the 30s and 40s when they were new about, they were stored in wooden crates. Probably the reason why they were stored in wooden crates is probably because they're really heavy. Why did they used to sell them in? Why they used to store them in wooden crates? Why were they new in wooden crates instead of cardboard boxes? Probably because back then they were terrified that the fan would fall through the cardboard box because it's extremely heavy. Which ceiling fans are heavier than Hunter Originals? Antiques. Originals weigh about between 30 and 40 pounds. There are some antique ceiling fans that like Emerson's and Westinghouses that weigh about 50 to 60 pounds.
Good grief.
I probably can't lift a fan that heavy. And talking about the eBay's overpriced, look, there's a piece of clothing with a ripped part in the fabric. Would you buy it?
How much is it?
What, $50?
Yep, for a ripped jacket.
What is wrong with eBay?
And also, this Eskimo fan's motor gets super hot too.
Fans visit Joe 308. Why have you never been to a Toys R Us in your life? Why not?
I've told you, because the closest one to our house was like 3 hours away from our house.
Why did they never build one near your house?
Well, you also got to realize that around my time, a lot of stores got into the toy and video game business. Like Walmart and Target had like the same stuff at better prices.
Stuff at Walmart and Target and Amazon are cheaper than stuff at Toys. Like the same stuff at Walmart, Target, and Amazon are cheaper than the same stuff at Toys R Us.
Exactly.
And like, for example, also, I've seen some ceiling fans at Toys R Us before that have balloons caught them. They're caught between the motor. They're stuck between the motor and canopy. Why do they have balloons in them? Probably because the kid was holding a balloon and they accidentally like drove in and got caught in the fan. And deflatement's gonna be there. And the balloon deflated because I think the reason how is probably because one of the fan blades hit the balloon and it made a hole in it. And the balloon deflated, and now it's stuck between the motor and the lower canopy, and the balloon is slowing the fan down, and that's dangerous because it could burn out the motor and it can make the motor spark. What do you think?
I think so too.
It can make the fan stop working. Like, it's not. It seems to be on high speed, but it's not. But it's spinning slower because the balloon is caught in the motor, and the balloon is and the balloon is slowing it down.
And also,
at one Toys R Us, the balloon was caught. At one of the ceiling fans at my local Toys R Us had a balloon caught in one of the blades.
And also, talking about eBay being overpriced, look, they're selling a pair of pants with holes in it.
Ceiling fan that had balloons stuck at my local Toys R Us. My local Toys R Us was built in 2008. One of the ceiling fans there has a balloon caught in it, and the balloon the area on the fan, the part on the fan that the balloon, and the area on the fan and the part on the fan that the balloon is caught in is in one of the fan blades. The balloon is not caught between the motor. The balloon is caught in one of the fan blades. Probably because the kid was holding and the Toys R Us in Gainesville which was a Toys R Us. The Toys R Us, my local Toys R Us, is both a Toys R Us and a Babies R Us. I know you've been to a Toys R Us. Have you been to a Babies R Us before?
Nope.
They also have fans. My local Toys R Us has a Babies R Us next to it, and the Toys R Us and the Babies R Us are both in one store. And one half of the store is like it's one store. One half of the store is Toys R Us, and the other half of the store is Babies R Us. Like my local Toys R Us my local Toys R Us has both a Toys R Us. My local Toys R Us and Babies R Us have both a Toys R Us and a Babies R Us installed in one store. One half of the store one half of the store is the Toys R Us and Babies R Us Toys R Us. One half of the store is The Toys R Us is in one half of the store, and the Babies R Us is in the other half of the store. One half of the store is the Toys R Us, and the other half of the store is the Babies R Us. I think one of the and there were fans both, and there were about 14 of them installed throughout the entire Toys R Us store and the entire Babies R Us store. The fan that had the balloon on it was in the Babies R Us area. And the balloon is caught in one of the blades. How did a balloon get caught in one of the blades? Someone was holding a balloon and let go and accidentally get caught in the fan.
Probably.
But however, the balloon is not caught in the motor. The balloon is caught in one of the fan blades. Do you think they would take the balloon down? How did the balloon is caught in one of the blades? The balloon is stuck in one of the blades, and the balloon is not deflated. It's still intact. It's still inflated. Balloon is inflated, and if a balloon the fans are pretty high, but how are people going to get the balloon out of how do you get a balloon out of a ceiling fan that's high up? Do they have to use a big ladder, a tall ladder, to get the balloon out?
Probably.
A balloon got caught in one of the blades. One of the blades has a balloon. One of the blades has a balloon caught in it. It has a balloon. That thing has a balloon caught in one of the blades. One of the blades has a balloon caught in it. I've seen that same fan before that did not have a balloon caught in it, but how common is it to come across ceiling fans with balloons in them? Phantom Vintage 308, are you still here?
Yes.
Tell me why balloons get caught in ceiling fans. Tell me how balloons get caught in ceiling fans.
It's probably because they float so high up.
Is it because Toys R Us sells balloons?
Maybe.
Did they have a balloon section and maybe a kid got a balloon and maybe the kid accidentally let go of the balloon?
Probably.
And they did not get the balloon out of the fan. They just leave it up in the fan. They did know that the balloon a balloon got caught in one of the fans. One of the fans has a balloon caught, and instead of them getting a ladder to take the balloon out, they just left it how it is. Why they did not get the balloon out? They just left it how it is. Why did they just leave it how it is? Why did they get someone to get a tall ladder to get the balloon out? A balloon. There is a balloon caught in one of the fans. One of the fans has a balloon caught in it.
Hi, Andy.
Can we get someone else to join this live chat?
Maybe Andy might join.
Can we get Hawaiian Flora Sandman in here?
Maybe.
Can you do it now?
I don't know. He might be busy.
Or Ains Cora fans are fans for Ains fans, or Jack Ryan. I need to get more people in here. The fans of Oklahoma. I want to tell you something. Derek's Antique fans, Derek Warncake, has an antique Dane ceiling fan. It's from like 1910, and it weighs 68 pounds. So it's heavier than a Hunter original. A Hunter original weighs up to 30 to 40 pounds, and he has some and that Dayton antique Dayton ceiling fan that is 4 blade that he has weighs 68 pounds. What ceiling fans are more heavier than originals, than Hunter originals? Probably antiques, because
Probably.
Derek Derek's antique fans has Hunter originals normally weigh about between 30 and 40 pounds, and Derek's antique fans has an antique Dayton ceiling fan from 1910, and his Dayton antique fan weighs 68 pounds. And maybe an Emerson long nose or a round nose might be heavier, or a big ass fan will be a lot heavier than original. Can you get someone else to join?
I can't control any of that, and it's 10:30 right now, so it's kind of late.
It's 11:29 where I am.
It's not dirty here.
So I have to get ready for bed, so I think I'm going to have to end the stream.
When can you stream again? Tomorrow or the next day?
I'm going to be busy until Monday. I might do one on Monday, but it's kind of iffy.
Okay, I'll see you later.
All right. Bye.
See ya.
See ya.